So us guys, we hear this all the time from the women in our lives. I've got problems and you don't know what it's like. Well, ladies, and I know that's 10% of my audience, I've got news for you. Us guys, we've got problems as well. In today's video, I'm laying out the problems that only men deal with. First up, let's talk about the hover hand. Guys, you know what I'm talking about. You're not a touchy-feely guy. You don't know how she feels about you. And you're put in that situation in which you need to get close, and you may actually genuinely like them, but you don't know where to put this hand. Now, to the hover hand's defense, it can be done masterfully well. Keanu Reeves, a great example. Just look at these pictures. This guy is consistently able to pull off the hover hand. Now, for those of us not named Neo or John Wick, let's talk about the hover hand and what it actually means. So the hover hand can mean different things to different people, but when most people see it in a picture, it's symbolizing that this guy isn't confident about the situation. He maybe doesn't know the person very well. He doesn't know how to place the hands. He's not usually put into a situation like that. So 3 pieces of guidance here. Number 1, reciprocate. Basically, you can mimic what other people are doing. Someone comes up to you, they put their arms around you, you can put your arms around them. Tip number 2, go high. Put your hand on the shoulders. This is a very safe place to put your hands. Now, I know with my sister-in-law, one time I put my hands around the waist, didn't actually mean to grab that boob, but things like that happen. Just say, excuse me, I am sorry. Just keep the hands high. It's much safer up there. Third piece of guidance here is get comfortable around people. This is something that's going to happen throughout life. Whenever you're taking pictures, you want to get in close like you like somebody, so practice doing it. The more you practice it, the better you're going to be. The next problem guys face, we are always expected to be in the mood. You guys know what I'm talking about. Women, they expect guys to initiate sex. In addition, if they ever initiate sex, we need to be ready to go. Now, as most guys age, their responsibilities and their priorities start to shift. All of a sudden, you're spending more time at work, focusing on your career and the legacy you're going to leave there, the company you're going to build up. Your relationship situation has changed. You've been with the same woman now for 5 years. Yes, you're still attracted to her, but things are shifted. Now it's more of a routine. Maybe you're even married. You've got a few kids. So with all this, your window for sex has gotten much more narrow. You can still make it happen, but you've got a much tighter schedule. And making this problem even worse, over half of you guys at some point in your life are going to deal with erectile dysfunction. And if ED is an issue, gentlemen, you need to check out Roman. It's a one-stop shop where you can work with a licensed U.S. physician to get ED meds online. It's a simple process, gentlemen. It starts with you first visiting getroman.com/RMRS. Once you're there, you're going to complete an online visit. This includes chatting with a doctor and then getting genuine medications delivered to your door in discreet, unmarked packaging. Gents, everything is done online. There's no awkward waiting room visits. There's no embarrassing conversations. And if you need to adjust your treatment, you can do it right there online. Gentlemen, I'm linking to Get Roman down in the description. Again, that's getroman.com/RMRS for a free online visit and free 2-day shipping. Again, go to getroman.com/RMRS. Now, this next problem that only guys face is closely tied to that last issue, but women still expect men to make the first move when asking them out. We're talking 94% of women expect a man to ask the woman out. Now, I found that number surprisingly high. It was based off a 2011 piece of research specifically going after that question, why don't women ask more men out on first dates? And it really comes down to rejection. You see, even though we've seen a rise in gender equality, the social norms, the social expectation for men is still that they need to be the ones initiating. And here's the issue, and where it really hurts guys, is that we get rejected a lot more. And studies have shown that men are actually worse at taking rejection than women are. Now, will this ever change biologically? I don't really see it happening because there's always a difference in the economies here. Men are trying to initiate interaction with tons of women, and women are being much more selective. They realize that guys are going to continue to take these risks so they can sit back, and then whenever they just find someone that they like, they can show interest, and there's a higher, basically it works out for them, less energy spent. The next problem that guys have, hold my beer, I'll show you. Have you ever noticed how the Darwin Award, which is basically given to someone that does something stupid that leads to their death, is dominated by men? The fact is, as men, we are more likely to take stupid risks. A big part of that is the development of our frontal lobe. It's a little bit slower. It takes more time. As we age, we're less likely to take these risks, but the problem is less of it's age because so many of us made stupid decisions when we were young. Men are also more likely to do jobs that are much more dangerous that could lead to their death. We're talking about farming. We're talking about military, police officers, firemen. And to wrap it up, we hate going to the doctor. We're much less likely than women to go in for preventative medicine to identify something before it kills us. The fact is, on average, men don't live as long as women. So how to change this up? If you're telling people to hold your beer because you're going to show them up, you are probably making those stupid decisions right now and you need to pull back. I stopped riding my motorcycles. I love motorcycles. And once my kids are out of the house, once everything is taken care of, I'll get back into that. I should have died in multiple accidents. And it's just something that I realized, I'm going to cut that risk out of my life. So look at the things that you're doing. Find ways that you can cut down on those risks. Look at your diet. Change the way you're going to the gym so that you're going to be healthy, so that you'll live longer. Most men don't go to the doctor. Well, don't be most men. Go to the dentist. Go to the doctor. Take care of your body. The next problem guys face, being lonely. And it's only getting worse. Now, of course, women deal with loneliness as well. But men, we don't really deal with loneliness. We just die. And that's what happens to a lot of guys whenever they're married for a long time and they lose their wife. She dies of cancer. The guy dies within months, within weeks. Why? Because he stopped taking care of himself. He stopped caring. He didn't have a network of friends. And what's interesting about men is that we stop building those networks after we have those close ties in college. We close ourselves off, especially when we build a relationship with a woman. Whenever we get into a relationship with a partner, someone we find that, hey, I can really connect with this person. We have children. We start to focus in on them. Now, women are pretty good about cultivating a lot of these deeper relationships. Men, we go for wider relationships, but they're very shallow. I have personally had to address this issue because I find in a small town, I really don't have anyone I can connect with on my business issues, talking about big ideas. I was a philosophy major and I've had to make a concerted effort to build these relationships. I do encourage guys to have buddy weekends. That's one of the best things you can do, is to realize this doesn't make you any less of a man to care for other men, to build those strong relationships and to nurture them throughout your life. All right, so what video to watch next? How about 10 quick tips to level up your confidence? If you're dealing with confidence issues, you're going to love this video right here.